You are, whether you know it or not, through the thoughts you think, through the memories that you regurgitate, through the conversations you have, through the things you focus upon, through the way you focus with your mind. You are constantly offering a vibration which is causing things to be held in a sort of vibrational escrow for you. And that vibrational escrow is that place where thoughts take form before they manifest. And you can tell by the way you feel what your vibrational proximity is to those things that you have conjured for yourself that are being held for you in vibrational escrow. So you could say that you are, in every moment of focus, moving toward, marching toward, closing the gap between where you are and those things that are being held for you in vibrational escrow. And sometimes you want to believe that everything that's being held for you in vibrational escrow will be delightful when it manifests. And that would be true if your thoughts were all delightful. But since you have the opportunity to focus upon unwanted things, since you can push against all of those things you don't want, since as humans you've become rather good actually at finding things you really don't want, blowing them up in order to exaggerate your point against them, bringing them to yourself in dramatic form with music and all that behind them, activating without being aware that you're doing it a vibrational pattern and filling your vibrational future full of things wanted and not wanted. So the question that we're wanting you to leave here today with full conscious personal answer to is, what is it that I am actually in this moment, in this powerful moment where all of my power is right here and now? What am I doing with this moment, and what am I moving toward? Am I moving toward things that when they manifest will thrill me, or am I moving toward things that when they manifest will not thrill me? And what we've noticed about most of you who are a bit haphazard, we love you, sloppy in your thinking, you're moving towards some of all of it. And when it gets here, the thing that is most amusing for us to hear you say is, it came out of the blue. And we say, hardly. It didn't come out of the blue. It was put in place by you, added to incrementally by you, encoded with your vibrational essence, and you have been systematically marching toward it, marching toward it. And the reason that it feels to you that it came out of the blue is that you have not been aware of your guidance system as you've been marching toward it. And the reason we think that you have not been aware of your guidance is because you have sort of lost sight of how to quantify your own journey. You can't tell sometimes whether you're moving toward the wellness that you seek from your place of sickness, or toward the improved abundance that you seek from your not enoughness, or toward an improved relationship from your one that isn't working or from your one that is absent, because you are not sensitive to your vibrational emotional guidance system. And so we want to help you clear that up here today. We want you to make every journey that is important to you, which is everything that you want, we want to help you to make it quantifiable. We want you to know where you are along the way. As Jerry and Esther are traveling from Phoenix to San Diego, 400 miles about, they know they must go west. It's easy to understand. They never get to the halfway point, approximately Yuma, Arizona, and feel such disappointment that they're not yet in San Diego, that they get all disoriented and turn around and go back to Phoenix. That's silly, isn't it? Because it's simple. They know they must go west, and if they keep going, they'll get there. And even though much of the journey across the desert is not San Diego, they don't lose heart because they know that they will move through this desert and they will be in San Diego. And so the journey across the desert is always very pleasurable too. But sometimes we see you in your sickness wanting to move to wellness, and sometimes you are well along the way, but because you stop and take score and you say, I'm not in San Diego yet, you freak out, get all disoriented, and turn around vibrationally and head back to Phoenix. In other words, you've lost sight because you have not figured out how to make that journey quantifiable. There don't seem to be the road signs or the navigational systems or the maps along the way or even the people to ask, because everyone outside of you is outside of your guidance system. Jerry and Esther have navigational systems in their vehicles, 3 different kinds now. They have OnStar in one vehicle and Magellan in another and Pioneer in another, but they all operate on the same principle, which is the relationship between where they are and where they want to be. The satellites in the sky and the equipment in the vehicles let this system know where Jerry and Esther are, and so they program in their desired destination. And then the navigational system calculates the route. And when they follow the route that the system has suggested, everything is just fine. Magellan, Pioneer, OnStar, they're all sweet as they can be. But if Jerry and Esther divert from that highlighted route, Magellan says, please proceed to the highlighted route. Please proceed to the highlighted route. You were there, you wanted to go there, we told you the way, and you have deviated. Please proceed to the highlighted route. If they really get far off track, Magellan will say, when possible, make a legal U-turn. And Esther will say, or not legal. In other words, the system can tell, because the system only has 2 points of information: where you are in relationship to where you want to be. And we want you to understand that your guidance system operates on exactly the same premise: where you are in relationship to where you want to be. As you are moving through the contrast of your time and place, the contrast that you are living, the things you want, the things you don't want, the things you really like, the things you really don't like, the things you sort of like, the things you sort of don't like, all of this is being synthesized by you, and preferences and desires are being born within you constantly, and they are shooting forth in vibrational form into that vibrational escrow that we've been telling you about. And here's the thing that we really want you to hear. In the moment that that happens, that which you call God, that which we are calling Source, becomes instantly at one with that rocket. Can you hear that? Now, why would that be? How is it that Source energy, that which you call non-physical, that which man has been calling the creator of all things for a long time, how is it that that Source energy would have so much confidence in your ability to choose for you? If you are the one-celled organism in the ocean, Jerry and Esther saw some clinging to some vines in an underwater excursion in Alaska last month. Even those one-celled organisms are having their personal experience, and from their personal experience, their preferences are being born, and Source, in its wisdom, knows that no one can choose better for the one-celled organism, and no one can choose better than the cells in your body, and nobody can choose better for you than you. So when a preference is born at any level of consciousness, Source agrees and becomes one with that desire. So one point of vibrational relativity is established. Well, what's the other point of vibrational relativity? It's how you're percolating along right now. It's what you're believing. It's what you're thinking. It's what you are offering vibrationally because of whatever it is that you are giving your attention to right now in your powerful, focused moment of now. Whether you're focused past, present, or future, you're doing it right here and you're doing it right now. And in doing so, you are activating a vibration that is another vibrational reference point. Now, you see how this works? So now those 2 points of vibrational relativity are active within you. So let's say contrast has caused you to want more money. And Source agrees. You should have more money. Source lines up circumstances and events. All things are in motion. Things are in place to give you any amount of money that you have conceived that you would like for any purpose that is important to you. It's done. Source will tell you that. So be it. It is done. Ask and it is given every single time. And here you are, optimistic about the money that's coming. So you have closed the vibrational gap between the money that you're asking for and how you feel right now. So there is no vibrational discrepancy in your signal. You're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You're offering a pure signal, and the circumstances and events that are being lined up are easily being received by you. You know it. You can feel it. Doors are opening. Things are going well. Things are unfolding. You can feel your alignment of being. But what if you've launched the rockets of desire, Source heard it, answered it, so be it, it is done, and you're complaining, I don't have enough money. I've never had enough money. I've never known anybody really who's had enough money. My parents didn't have enough money. Even when they died, they had no money to leave me. And as you beat that drum and keep that vibration activated within you, there is vibrational disparity between where you want to be and where Source knows you can be and where Source agrees that you already are, and the vibration that you continue to establish. So you set up this vibrational discord within you because the you that is really you, that is amended, the you that came forth from non-physical, that had the experience with the you that is here in this physical body, that gave birth to the rocket of desires, where the you that is really you joined it, you and you are not in vibrational alignment. Are you getting the sense of what we are talking about? And you can feel your discord. So this gathering, we're calling it the art of allowing, but it really is the art of allowing yourself to finally become vibrationally at one with what you who were born to be in this body, and you who is in this body, and you who have given birth to those leading edge preferences, and you that is source energy that agrees that you get to choose those leading edge preferences. In other words, it is about you coming together with you. And when you do, you feel good. So your emotional guidance system works like this. When you are in vibrational alignment with who you really are, you can feel the closing of that gap. And that closing of the gap is what allowing really is. The art of allowing is closing that gap between where I'm offering a vibration right now and who I really am as source energy. Do you get this? That when you in your body conclude a new preference, that the inner being you, that the God force you, that the source you, that the soul you, that the infinite wisdom you becomes vibrationally at one immediately with what you're asking for. And the only question is, how are you doing as you're focused in your now in vibrational relationship to that? So if you're feeling fear, you're offering a vibration that's far from who you really are and what you really know. That empty feeling of fear is because you've got vibrational discord, and you need to do something to close that gap. We'll show you lots of different ways to do that. When you feel frustration, the gap's not as wide as when you feel fear. When you feel appreciation, there's no gap at all. When you feel love in this moment, there's no gap at all. In your appreciation, in your love, in your joy, in your passion, you are at one with who you are. That's what balancing of energy is. You are bringing yourself into energy balance. You are bringing yourself into alignment, not only with who you were when you were born, but who you have become since you have been born. Who source, who non-physical energy has become because of your leading edge excursion through your time-space reality. Can you feel the power of who you are? Can you feel the value of who you are and the importance of who you are? And don't you really want to get up to speed with who you are? And can you hear us when we say that when you're angry, you're not up to speed, not even close? When you're frustrated, you're not up to speed, but you're closer. When you're hopeful, you're closer still. When you're believing, you're closer still. When you're knowing, you're right there, you see? And so as you begin to pay attention to the way you feel, you're going to become in the moment, which is where all your power is, alert to what you are doing vibrationally. Now, some of you, we can feel you. You're making a resolution right now. I'm going to close that gap. And we say, good for you. Your joy depends on it. But then we want to say to you, close the gap, yes. Follow your bliss, please do. But if you are in despair or fear, don't try to close the gap all at once. It will be very painful. And it's not likely that you will do it, because the vibrational difference between what you've been thinking that has got you into that vibrational place of discord from who you really are that you call fear. What you've been thinking is a far different vibration than the vibration that is you and your source. In the same way that you cannot set your radio dial on 6:30 a.m. and hear what's being broadcast on 98.7 FM, you cannot focus upon things that make you feel fear and be a vibrational match to who you really are at the same time. Nor can you switch the thought in a moment. But you can be aware of where you are vibrationally, and you can be aware of who you really are, and you can, right now, from wherever you are, which is just fine, really it is, begin to move in the direction of what feels better. So what we are suggesting, if you've been listening to us for a while, you have discovered that we are eternal spewers of processes. More than you can count, really, or apply all at once. But imagine that here you are living some contrasting experience, and by contrast we just mean variety, like a well-stocked kitchen. And out of it is born a desire that you are right now not up to speed with, and that's fine. There will always be a new birthing of a new desire or an amending of an already existing desire where you are vibrationally different from it. It's always going to be that way. Make peace with that. You are eternal beings, and your experiences are always going to take you into the new place.